Patreon member shoutout. Sitting in a corner all alone, staring from the bottom of his soul, watching the nights coming from the window. It'll all collapse tonight. Full moon is here again, in sickness and in health. Understanding, so demanding. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez. I'm coming at you today with a Veve update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that thanks button down below. Okay, moving on. We've got, right now, OMI at down about 2%. It is trailing Bitcoin, which is only down about 0.3%. So it is trailing Bitcoin. Bitcoin outperforming. Again, nothing to compare it to with the markets because it is Sunday. But we do have some good news. It is down 2%, but it's only because we only have about $500,000 in volume. We had about 456 million yesterday. We have about a little about 545 million. So it's really only been about $1 million in volume over the last 48 hours. So not a ton at all. If we had more volume and we still went down that much, it would be a little bit concerning. But again, just because of the overall market and the overall bearish sentiments that I have around us, I'm pretty much fine with that. There's a bunch of people like Hello K, like me, that anyone that still wants to fill their bags one last time and invest. For the most part, you do have people wanting it to go down a little bit, again, just so they can fill their bags a little cheaper. If it does, great. If not, no big deal. This will rocket off at some point. Speaking of rocketing off, we did burn about a little over a $250,000 OMI yesterday. I'm sorry, $250 million. We burned 263 million OMI. So we are really close. We are within 710 million OMI of being at that 69 billion burn mark, and at some point we will be able to go and burn from the circulating supply. Speaking of which, we did have Putin Cheeks give an update over on Twitter saying that at some point you won't care what's being burned from the circulating supply, as people will just won't care what's being burned from the reserve wallet, as most people will be paying attention to the burn from the circulating supply. I think that does start to happen before the end of the year. I'll keep you guys updated on that. We do have Giancarlo saying, looks like NFTs are now fully live on Instagram. First time I see this on my account. Just a platform with 2 billion monthly users. And they don't actually say NFTs, but they do say digital collectibles. And what have we been branding ourselves as? You guessed it, digital collectibles. And speaking of Veve, we do have a couple of updates for y'all. They go on Twitter and say, thank you for your continued patience on KYC support tickets. The queue is moving a bit quicker now, so please hang tight and avoid sending multiple tickets for the same issue so that we can get to everything as soon as possible. We've had a few questions about country restrictions. The articles that they have laid out covers restrictions for both Veve, use generally plus payout. Wire, spelled W-Y-R-E, is able to pay out to all U.S. states other than New York. We are hopeful that payouts will be enabled for New York shortly. Hope that as well. Crypto payouts continue to be disabled as we work through some technical issues. Again, we appreciate your patience as we work to get this re-enabled as soon as possible. If you have experienced a payout transaction failure, please contact Veve support, not Wire. Include the date, the amount, and transfer ID in the form of transfer XXXXX so we can process your refund more quickly. Also, in other news, Veve does have a TikTok account. One of the things that they did just post, which is some recap of San Diego Comic-Con. Got a lot of Deadpool cosplayers, Tony Stark. We got Wanda Willson, Loki, the Moon Knight, all of the, not dragons, T-Rexes. We have Mysterio over there, Scarlet Witch, and some Thor holding up baby Thor. And again, more of that. So they do have a couple of really good things. And one of the things that they just put on there was Amazing Fantasy 15. That little trailer that they had showing that they are going to have 10,000 editions. I'll go over that right now. So anytime they say super limited, they have meant 10,000. The common, there's going to be 6,000 of them. The uncommon, there's going to be 2,250. Only 1,000 rare, only 500 ultra rare, and only 250 secret rare. We do have people like Sona Veve that have about 119,000 gems. I don't know how many of which are going to this particular drop, but Sona Veve was really, really good and decided to sell a lot at the top back in January and February. Has over 6 figures worth of gems. Sona Veve's not alone. If all of that is going to buy a bunch of these, that is figure, let's say 9,000, 9,500, whatever Son of Veve gets, because Son of Veve is going to be buying every single one that he can under 10,000. So what does that mean? The community, which as I've said before, sometimes negatively, sometimes to the community's detriment, where they say, oh, this drop is going to go under retail. This is, these two are going to go under retail. Only the ultra rare is going to go above retail. Again, we are our own worst enemies, but in this case, we might be our own best friend. Like a Mog, half man, half dog. Comment down below if you get that reference. It's Spaceballs. But why I say this is really good is because most of the community has been saying that even the commons will go above retail, which they definitely will, regardless of what the price is, which again, for this one, is only going to be $20. So they're not making too much on this. About 200,000, maybe a little less, a bit less, just because there's, going to be some that they hold back. But let's say they hold back, 10% of the secret rare. And they say, okay, instead of 250, we're only getting 225, which, fair. Again, this is going to be this is something that has not happened. Having a grail with this little additions has not happened before. There's other stuff like Kang Avengers 8, Hitmonkey, and other things that have had, 10,000 additions. They weren't grails like this. Clearly they were not grails like this. But this is going to be, like I said, one of the, probably going to be more than Marvel Comics number 1, just because Marvel Comics number 1 has 60,000 mints, and this is going to have 1/6 the amount, so definitely a lot less. But again, as everyone has been saying, oh yeah, this secret rare is going to be $10,000, it's probably going to be $10,000. Again, there's going to be a few people that are flipping, there's going to be some mistakes that are being made, but for the most part, you do have someone like Son of Veve that is going to be able to buy about 5% of them if all of that is going to be used for this. Not including your Ray Fixies, Henry Pagliucas, Randy Chavez's, Dr. Profits, and all that. And again, there is going to be a bunch of people or a bunch of hedge funds coming in at some point, and they're going to be buying stuff like this. I've seen it before in Pokemon, where people get emotional towards this price, and they say like, oh, prices are rising, we're in a bubble, sell your stuff, and then what happens? People sell and buy at record prices, and the price keeps going up, and then eventually, as bigger companies, as your Logan Pauls, as your Randy Chavez's, as your SM Spratz, and then again, giant people like Troll and Toad, PWCC, they come in and they buy all of that supply. Everybody that says we were in a bubble, or everybody that said, oh, they got emotional towards these prices when they were down here, and they missed their chance to say, oh, it's only for rich people. It's not. If you decide to hodl, you'll probably do really well long term. This is not financial advice, just what I see. We do have a LinkedIn post from Michael Adler saying New York Comic-Con should be epic. He is one of the new workers that does work for Veve. Hopefully he can help get the things, hitting the ground running, and then we can go and have a great Comic-Con. We do have some updates from Brock McBlockchain from Feesh saying, hey everyone, hope you all had a great week. The Taps Trades Frog 777, that is named on Discord, interview is in the media channel if you'd like to watch it. The last 10 to 15 minutes of the interview is Feesh's stuff. Out of 2 hours, there's been some really tiny hints about what's going to come. Also, I made a quick video in between meetings with some of behind the scenes of the Aquarium Feesh. Definitely go watch that. It's just Brock McBlockchain on YouTube. There's a lot more to come, but as a reminder, we're coming up on our 2x airdrop on the 15th. If you have a Feesh, you're good to go. No further action. If you want additional airdrops, it is 2x airdrops per Feesh this month at 1 3D Feesh and 1 tank accessory, plus whatever I spoke about in the Taps interview and whatever you can get out of the Aquarium preview when those are ready. As always, I'll be around working on a number of things. Can't wait to share more with you. Also, we've hit 50% of the feeshforgood.eth raise level, just a bit over 2 weeks, I think. So thank you to anyone who has chipped into buying a Feesh or sharing. There's a special thank you item going out to whomever purchases a Feesh during the raise as time is a limited token of my appreciation. Have fun. And he also says, announced, leaked in various forms of media recently, on top of everything else, any Feesh that's grabbed by the 15th of this month, you will receive 1 3D Feesh, again, like I said, but you will get 1 Feesh accessory at random 3 options, and 1 rooftop access key for the aquarium when it's launched. 1 Feesh City condo, when built as the platform allows, 1 3D environment for spatial of the upper floors of the aquarium. The 3D model and metaverse things will have cutoffs after the 15th of August, but any Feesh minted by then will receive the whole list. That is a ton of value for what, $50, including gas fees? Absolutely bananas. We also do have a tweet from NFT Update, which has about 289,000 followers, so just shy of 300,000, saying NFT influencers ignore Veve, So Rare, DraftKings, Zedrun, Guild of Guardians, ... I wonder why. So I'm glad that this is going out to the masses, and you have someone with 300,000 followers tweeting that out, and being associated with DraftKings or Zedrun, and things that do really, really well. So like I said, very happy about that. As to the gambling question, like why do some people decide to buy a drop and then sell it immediately for 30% less or 50% less? Well, Kobe Collects come in and say, why do people open $20 Pokemon packs just to sell 99% of the cards for less than $1? The chase, the entertainment, and the experience. Hashtag Veve, Twitter, and the Veve feed pocket watchers just need to experience a collectible free market a little bit more to understand that this is normal. This does happen all the time. We do another update from Brock McBlockchain saying data doesn't always tell the full story. I've got 6+ people in my DMs who I asked if they've KYC'd and they said not yet. Other, even OGs, aren't buying until they see things they want. Be careful to take one figure as fact. That's just him referencing the amount of KYC'd wallets we have that are acting right now. And again, some people are being a little bit choosy. I do expect a bunch of people to be going for this. How many of them go to bots? I'm not sure. We shall see. Again, a 9.2 of this Amazing Fantasy 15 had sold for $2.4 million earlier this year, fairly recently. Interesting. So in the macro, I think we do have some pretty good news coming from ahi.eth or at Crypto NFTs saying we learned this week in the NFT space is that VCs and corporations are doing anything and everything to vacuum suck everything they can out of Web3. In this case, Tiffany & Co. is found sucking IP rights off of NFT owners through their terms of service. And their terms of service read, by purchasing an NFT and linking it to your CryptoPunk, you grant Tiffany & Co. its affiliates, agents, and other working for it or on its behalf an irrevocable, non-exclusive, royalty-free license to use your CryptoPunk and its underlying intellectual property, if any, to design, manufacture, and sell the corresponding pendant, including any and other intellectual property rights. Now, this might sound really bad, and it kind of is, because especially if people don't read those, but it shows that there's a lot of value here, that someone like Tiffany & Company is really trying to get this IP, and CryptoPunks, for the most part, the masses don't have any clue about. But what do people do have any clue about? Obviously Disney, Star Wars, Batman, Superman, all the things that are Marvel. Why does this matter? Because Disney has a thing, if you're trying to, let's say, 3D print something, you can't. Disney has a thing in the coding or in there that says that you cannot go and you cannot scan it. So as companies can try to do this to no-name IPs like CryptoPunks, they cannot do it to Disney or any of our licensors. At least the ones that fall under the Disney umbrella. Also, sorry, got another update from Brock McBlockchain saying, hey everyone, as part of owning a Feesh, I try to also find ways to get extra perks from other projects. These are optional, but can get you a guaranteed spot to mint without battle, gas, etc. A friend, talented artist, and of course, fellow Feesh fan member, Mean Mug, has a project dropping on August 12th. It's an art project with airdrops and merch. It's also got some features at getting some extra special 1-out-of-1 collaborations from the super talented artists that you may have seen before. Up to you, but Brock was able to secure 200 spots for anyone that wants them and has a Feesh. Oh, it's Billionaire Ghost Club Feeshes. So I think that is Mumbot. But anything, go to the Discord and go to the announcements and click that link there. If you have a Feesh, you're good to go. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everybody, please check out at HeyDavidDon and at King Matters Forever over on Twitter. Standoff Chart and King Matters over on the Veve app. Kobe Collects and Omi Player One over on the YouTube. RayFX.eth domain name. Cal Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Puddin' Cheeks, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy Bermuda, Sody Pop Media, Veve Darklink, Metal Lemon, and Veve Vibes, all on the YouTube. At Nomad with Guitar, at Wet Wizard Veve, and Gary O at 1234CA3, all on the Twitter. And Fanny Carbonell FR over on the TikTok. If you're going to follow Veve, definitely go follow her. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. My voice hurts from this weekend partying with Foster Hill. Meow, 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 meow.